We've put together 4 different packages as far as selections so that any one of these packages can be interchanged between floor plans. Right. It's a concrete building. There's 10 inches of concrete per floor. We are on the southwest corner right now, which would be the largest here in the building. The cabinet combinations that we have in this unit are espresso with exterior glass. All the cabinets are uplit, under cabinet lighting, media closet off to the right. Everything that's in every single one of our model units is standard, so there's nothing here that's been upgraded. We're also providing an incentive package by April 11th that if we've received a contract and negotiated a contract, that a purchaser will receive their unit completely furnished, soup to nuts, down to place settings, napkins, fake plants.
And it's going to be furnished pretty much as we see it right here.
If somebody were to buy this particular unit, then everything that's in this unit is what they would get. Mm-hmm. And if they were to buy this, let's say they were to buy this floor plan, but they wanted to be one level up, then they would have a consultative meeting with Sizzle Productions, who's our preferred vendor that's provided all the furniture, for a design meeting to understand taste and style. And from that, Sizzle Productions would create a package relative to that meeting. Then with a follow-up meeting, once all the furniture is installed, to don't like this, don't like that, to have like a tweak type meeting. But it would be provided as an incentive, completely furnished soup to nuts.
Is there a price tag attached to that?
There's not. It's part of the incentive package that we're offering that would be included at no additional cost or expense to a buyer for a contract accepted by April 11th.
Okay, but if you're requesting a package, is there a certain price limit that
well, if you were talking, like let's say, for example, a purchaser wanted to purchase but didn't want the furniture incentive that we provided, we would be willing to give them a credit for the cost of what we've negotiated with our vendor. That could be used either as a direct cost or closing cost credit at closing, or it could be used towards potentially other changes or upgrades that a purchaser might be looking to make. Mm-hmm. So those packages, like as far as like the furniture, it could be interchangeable. Right. If somebody didn't want that. The other incentives that we're offering are 1-year free assessments. We're offering an AV package through Sony that includes the flat panel TV that we see here by Bravia, JAMO speaker package, Blu-ray, iPod docking station. There's a PC component that you can actually, from your personal computer, access your stereo, lighting, heating, or conditioning. So like if you left left your house in the morning and forgot to turn your heat down, you would be able to do that from your PC to actually program your thermostat to lower that remotely. Mm-hmm. There's also a universal remote that you can control that, like light settings. Let's say you're in the master bedroom and you forgot to turn off the lights. You could either set them or turn them off using that universal remote. Right. So there's a value, obviously, that's added to that if somebody didn't want and they wanted to apply that some other way, we're open to doing that. The assessments, same thing. I mean, if they wanted to pay assessments and wanted to use that money in some other way, we're absolutely interchangeable with that. But it would depend on the context of their contract. I mean, the approach that we've taken is showing value with, a great product at a great price with a great package that stands out so that people, they would actually say, it's like, I see value and I want to buy this versus buying something else. I mean, we didn't take the approach of raising prices to really essentially negotiate down to the same place. So we've taken a certain marketing strategy with that.
And let's talk about the prices throughout the building.
Sure.
As they stand right now. It's a pretty tight range of prices.
Well, based on, it depends on tier and square footage. This is the largest tier in the building. And this particular unit that we're in is priced at $344,000, including all the incentives is what I talked about, and everything that is displayed here is standard. For any other tier, of course, selections can be made from everything that's seen here as a standard. Every unit includes 1 garage parking space. And also there's a 6,000 square foot rooftop deck that'll be common for everybody in the building to share. And that's going to be built out in a combination of pressure-treated lumber, planter boxes, grill stations. We'll have built-in benches, furniture, bar sink, bar fridge, planted vegetation, and we have pictures of that are depicted. We should have that built by the spring of 2010. The elevator goes to the roof and the 2 staircases go to the roof, and again, that's for everybody to use. So we try to add value. Normally the penthouse units typically tend to capture the rooftop space as private, and we just felt that the views, the park and the city were too compelling to limit that just to the penthouse units. So the unit that we're in, going back to price, this is priced at $344, including everything that I mentioned. This particular floor plan has 2 balconies, one off the living room, and then one off the master bedroom. All the exterior balconies are done in stone. All the exterior railings are done in glass with the steel surround, and then they have a ceiling beadboard with recessed can lighting off the living room here. The fireplace is it's a gas fireplace with an electric ignition, similar to like a plasma type fire or a plasma TV, where it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's very clean and again just sort of goes into the motif.
We've got these in all of the models.
Yes, and every unit includes this fireplace.
Standard, okay.
Right. You know, choices of stone as far as floor to the ceiling. The windows are ionized aluminum, and they're slightly tinted, so that from a UV perspective and also from, you know, limiting sort of the fishbowl effect of, you know, people being able to look in clearly on the street.
Yeah, you can see that from outside. It's tinted.